Between the mountains of California's Central Coast lies the Salinas Valley, one of America's most bountiful agricultural regions. Gonzales is one of the valley's smaller towns, with fewer than 9,000 people. The population is overwhelmingly Hispanic and Latino at 94%, and young, with a third of residents under 18.
We're very proud to showcase our students here in Gonzales.
But this small town thinks big, and people here take pride in what they call the Gonzales Way, an ingrained belief that everyone can contribute to the well-being of the entire community.
For us, the Gonzales Way also means investing in our people.
It's just that sense of community pride, and that's just how we do things.
With leaders who listen, residents are building a true culture of health by developing economic growth through environmental stewardship and support of small businesses, by giving youth a voice, and by turning their can-do collaborative ethos into action.
Gonzales Grows Green was established in 2009 as a sustainability initiative for the community of Gonzales. The principles of the program, it's really a three-legged stool of environmental programs, economic development programs, economic empowerment programs, and also social equity and social justice programs for our residents. We really had to find the issues in our community that would hit home in order to sell these environmental concepts to our community.
Well, the Gonzales Grows Green was our idea or thought to sort of capture sustainability and make it fit our culture, make it fit our community. At the Roanoke City of Gonzales, we have solar panels that provide power to our facilities. It's very low cost energy to the city. So now we're able to use those resources for other things. Those turbines clearly illustrate where we're going in our future and the fact that we honor our strengths.
Those turbines stand as twin landmarks at the edge of a city business zone that represents Gonzales' long-range investment in attracting high-paying jobs and stimulating growth through sustainability.
A major piece of our economic development and well-being is our Gonzales Agriculture Industrial Business Park. Our ability to leverage our sustainability initiatives, our G3, with some significant companies are paying off for the city of Gonzales.
We would like to help the community, bring in local people for the positions we would offer here. I mean, we're not talking minimum wage jobs here. We're talking jobs that can go up into the $30 an hour bracket.
Taylor Farms is the largest employer in the city of Gonzales, and so I think that it's been a really important and dynamic relationship between the city of Gonzales and with Taylor Farms. The city has just been a great partner in looking to the future of programs, of sustainability efforts, of expanding the industrial park where our Taylor Farms plant sits, and just looking at ways that we can grow this community together.
The City of Gonzales partnered early on in the sustainability initiative. We spent time going into the Taylor Farms plant with them to identify how they were managing the waste stream.
Taylor Farms Gonzales is the first fresh food facility to become true Platinum Zero Waste certified. The team maintained an over 94% diversion from landfills, incinerators, and the environment.
It has a profound impact on the health of our community because we are reducing the waste flow out of Gonzales. Gonzales is an incubator. It's a place where ideas come to be, put together, hatched, worked out, and then our companies can go and replicate or scale up these programs and projects. It's become part of who we are. It's become part of our DNA.
And the city has also made innovative use of a federal community block grant to help small businesses grow and prosper.
And our small business low-interest loan program has provided seed capital for local people to execute on their dream of having a business. And that's generated jobs, and that's generated some economic development. But more importantly, it's strengthened the connection to the community.
We did many things because of the low interest loan, so we don't have any burden to pay off. My store is the healthy store. The running business is good. I really appreciate the loan.
This ultrasound center was designed to be affordable, accessible, and available for patients, especially the low-income patients, the ag community in the Salinas Valley. These services were much needed, and the city of Gonzales came and helped us out with it.
Another loan helped an entrepreneur who supplied filtered water to farm workers. With his credit, he opened a thriving side business selling paletas, traditional Mexican popsicles made from fresh, hand-cut fruit.
De la pura agua iba a ser muy poco ingreso, entonces quise agregar las paletas para que hubiera un poquito más de ingreso y poder sobrevivir, pagar rentas. Acudí a la ciudad de Gonzales para solicitar un préstamo y parece que me ayudó bastante, es el que me dio el arrempujón para seguir para adelante.
A Teen Innovation Center was an idea with the first Youth Council.
We are excited to report that we conducted our orientation.
The Youth Council is our structured, established connection to our youth. It's a council made up of representatives of youth at several grades, and they're so important to the city because they're able to convey the youth perspective to city leadership.
So if that's something you all really want to look for, maybe that's an opportunity for us to start another action project.
This community raised me, so that's why I want to pay it forward to them, and I did so by joining the Youth Council as a youth member and also being a youth commissioner.
Being a youth commissioner, I sat in the city council meetings and I actually had a seat at the table with them. They're very supportive of what we do. It's never, oh, she's young, she doesn't know what she's talking about. And it's more, they're inspired by what we're doing and inspired by our voices.
For me as the mayor, it's one thing to say that the youth are our future, and it's another to teach them, to give them the tools that they need to really engage in our community.
I see the Teen Innovation Center being a great opportunity or a great resource for young people in our community, especially young Latinas who might want to pursue a career in STEM.
The Youth Council really gave me the tools, and it empowered me to know that if I was making change in policy and I was driving policy at 15 years old, that I could do it lifelong.
The youth commissioners carry the voice of our youth in Gonzales. They are students at our high school. They are intimately involved with those issues faced by our adolescents on a day-to-day basis. They ask questions, and they also provide anecdotal information in terms of our day-to-day life at our high school. And all of that better informs the adults who are making decisions which have significant implications for our students.
Another important program in our youth engagement process is Wings of Knowledge.
Wings of Knowledge is an agriculture research initiative that involves students starting from middle school to high school in doing projects that help their local farms and thus local communities. Water conservation was on the minds of a lot of kids, and so it kind of grew out of an effort of kids to come out to local farms and to find creative ways of helping them to save water. And from there it's gone on to include other types of technology.
We're going to dig a hole with an auger, and we're going to put the probe inside the soil, which is going to measure how much water is in it. It's going to send the data to the gateway, which then sends it to the computer. And then farmers can see it on their phones.
So Pablo, how do you think we can improve the range of this thing?
Well, in order to improve the range, I think we gotta get a better chip, you know?
So the new ones have a range of a few miles. Makes it much easier.
We've learned communication skills. I've learned how to code, which is like another language for computers. And now I do know what I want to major in. I want to major in computer science.
The residents of Gonzales invest in their youth at even earlier ages, and they tax themselves to do it.
So our summer camp program started about 4 years ago, and we really recognized the need that there wasn't enough licensed childcare in town, especially during the summers when kids are all out of school. Measure K is our half-cent sales tax, helps fund programs like the after-school program and the summer camp program. Our summer camp program encompasses all of those skills that they're learning in class during the school year. We do aquatics, we go on field trips. We started our junior lifeguard program a few years back, and we started it as a way to build a pipeline to employment for kids.
First you want to stabilize her arms and her head.
What we really wanted to do was we wanted to train those kids coming out of swim team and give them a connection between swim team and becoming a lifeguard.
So both the City of Gonzales and the Gonzales Unified School District have come together to create, establish, and maximize the after-school programs available to our students.
Okay, I'm gonna hold this one and I'm gonna get another stick. And
There's a lot of collaboration with the school district, and so we try to cover as many subject areas as possible to keep the kids learning and engaged. After it gets dark, you can't play. So we installed the lights a few years back. With having those lights on in the evenings, we've allowed to expand our youth sports programs, our adult sport programs.
So I think there's a lot of power in that because it's a lit park now and it allows people to exercise a little longer in the day. At our core, there's absolutely nothing more important than investing in our youth.
There's definitely a different feel in the city of Gonzales. Their can-do attitude allows collaboration to happen and to be successful and effective. The Gonzales Way really helps leadership allow the community to lead the way, to bring in new innovative ideas, but also to support collaborations and unprecedented collaborations at times that really help to bring more to our community.
A signature project for us is the Taylor Health Center.
Everything else okay?
Taylor Farms is here to support the community in more ways than just providing employment.
It magnified the access to health care significantly for the community, from 1 doctor to 5.
I'd like to do an EKG before he leaves today, all right?
Taylor Farms Health and Wellness Center will be the benchmark for community-focused care. The goal is to keep as many people as healthy as possible. So we're going to hopefully bring a lot more talent, a lot more specialty care to this community.
And working together in the Gonzales Way, residents are taking a neighborly approach to early childhood education, making big improvements with small grants, and finding a creative, low-cost solution for transportation needs.
The Friends, Families, and Neighbors program started out of a need for childcare in town. We put together a community action team to start exploring early childhood education. The goal of the network is to offer play groups that teach the caregiver how to prepare these children to be ready for kindergarten.
Everybody come and have a seat on the floor.
With the Friends, Families, and Neighbor play group, we're reaching not only the children and getting them ready for kindergarten, but we're also reaching the parents and the caregivers and giving them resources so that they can make sure that they're getting them ready for school before they get started.
¿En español?
I truly believe that you need a community to do that. And one person can't do it alone. The children need us there to help them, and we need those providers somewhere where they can go and also network and build community amongst each other and provide that support.
Will he come out? Yes, he will!
Under Measure K, we created a community action grant program that provides up to $5,000 to local residents to activate an idea or project that benefits the community. One community action mini grant that we provided was to the community church that helped them improve their food pantry. Another one of the small grants was used to purchase and install hydration stations at our schools. Another one of the grants was a visioning station that the Lions Club is using to provide some initial vision assessments.
Our on-call bus transportation service is a unique way for residents to have easier access to public transportation.
So the on-call bus service is essentially a public taxi service. So folks call when they want to pick up and they're taken to their destination at a very affordable rate.
Gonzales has seen that by including their residents in their policies and practices, they've gotten really good outcomes. And I think that's what makes Gonzales such a great community.
That's the Gonzales Way. How do we support all of our community members, from our oldest to our youngest, and what are their needs?
It also gives us the mindset to engage our folks, getting community engagement, community coming and telling us what their aspiration for their community is.
Such as the community center, such as expanded preschool for all.
And we're trying to activate around that. I think we ask, we listen, and we try to understand. Gonzales' strength is the fact that we value community and we just get it done.